Let's welcome Eric Benét to New York Living.
Hey!
Look at that.
How are you?
Hola.
Hola.
Buenos
What's going on,
días.
my man? Welcome
Buenos
to the show.
dias. Thank
I mean,
you. You gave me such an incredible welcome. I got to tell you, like, it's awesome making the rounds and doing interviews.
I know, yeah.
But it is rare when a host comes up to me before the segment and specifically says on a specific song
It's
how
true.
much it moved you. So
It
that
did.
was dope.
Thank you.
That was dope.
Did she book you for her wedding yet?
She already booked me.
All right,
She
that's
doesn't
good.
even-
It's done.
Just pay me in beer.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
we could pay you in tequila if you want. It doesn't have to be beer.
Okay, that's good. Can you do both?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right.
Eric
This is a
Benét.
negotiation live on air here
I
now.
was
This is how it gets
first
done.
of all, thank you for making this one of your
No,
stops.
thank you for
on the
having me.
rounds.
I appreciate it.
The track I was talking about was Eres Mi Vida, part of this body of work where you are singing with other women, and
Yes.
it's beautiful. No two songs sound alike.
Yeah.
That part.
Okay, before I answer the question, I want to ask you, what was it about Eres Mi Vida that moved you? Why
Well, the
did you-
first thing was I refer to my fiance as Mi Vida.
Mm.
And so, and it's low, at least in my list, it was lower down, and I scrolled
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh my gosh, I mean, it's also your Eric Benét. There were many of boyfriends I may or may not have made out to with your music. So it was familiar to me.
Yeah, I love that. And the thing about that particular compliment that affected me is on this project, it's pretty diverse. You know, I've written songs that, you know, have that Eric classic R&B soul vibe, but then on a song like Eres Mi Vida, or another song that I did which has a bossa nova Brazilian vibe, Too Soon, or I did like a bluesy thing with Judith Hill, Southern Pride. I wanted to, you know, just really stretch it out and have a lot of musical diversity on this project, as well as, you know, singing with all these incredible women.
Mission accomplished.
Thank you.
Speaking of feeling some new areas here, you used some profanity in one of the songs here for
did.
the first time in your career.
You called me
here.
out, Joe. So that
Was it liberating? How did it? Because I mean, there are times that I may have wanted to use profanity on air before, but
Yeah.
I'm limited in this.
Thanks. So that particular, it's a song that I did with the incredible Ari Lennox. Okay, now Ari Lennox, she got vibe all
Gaslight?
day.
Yeah.
And the producer that we did that song with, his name is DJ Camper, and I did not write that song. I think that song was written by Ari and another songwriter that we have. His name is Church. Because it was really important for me on this project. Yeah, I want to make sure I have all my old school 90s R&B, but then I want to bring in some young songwriters and young producers, and they wrote this song for me.
Yeah.
And that line, I was like, for a half hour in the studio, I was like, I don't know, y'all.
You
if
gotta
I
get
should-
ready to deliver it.
And
Really?
this dang young generation, it was like, I was in the studio with like 820-somethings. And they were like, nah, Mr. Benét. They call me Mr. Benét.
Oh,
no, Mr.
wow.
Benét, you gotta do this, because you're gonna. I was like, all right. But
You know the beauty of this right now? I can hear people at home going and looking up the
Right,
album,
right,
finding
right,
the song
right,
right now,
right.
looking up the lyrics.
But after
So,
I did it,
yeah.
you know, yeah, it did feel a little, ooh,
It's
what,
you
what
know-
would my mama say? But it did, it fit the vibe
It
perfectly.
totally fits the
Yeah.
vibe. Let's listen to a snippet of one of the other songs
Yes.
from the album.
Yes.
Too Soon.
Don't you go away, girl. Too soon to say goodbye. Love it so early. Too soon to say goodbye. Don't need to hurt. Just one more glass of wine. Who needs a perfect day? Just stay.
Over here. We got a dance party.
Hey.
I
Now-
can't sing, but I'll announce you at your next concert. That was wonderful.
It's got that vibe though, right? So that was one of the songs I was talking about where, you know, I grew up listening to Carlos Jobim and Sergio Mendes as a kid, and I was like, you know, let me see if I can write one of
you
these
can do it.
bossa nova joints, and that was it.
And you did it.
You know, this album I think is
Thank
pretty
you.
cool because co-star, obviously, they're all duets, and all women
Yeah.
that you're singing with out
Yeah,
there. What was
incredible.
the inspiration for that?
Well, I started a label, and I realized that, first of all, I shouldn't be running anything. I mean, I'm creative. Creatively, I'm dope, but administrative, like management, no. You better have. So I asked the woman who's also like a family member now, who signed me to my first record deal at Warner Brothers, Allison Ball. I was like, Allison, will you run my label? So she did. So she's the CEO, and she said, okay, the first thing we got to do is get your behind in the studio, because it's been how many years since you had anything out, and then I think, you know, we should do a duets project, because some of my biggest records, you know, with Tamia, with Faith Evans, have been duets. So we did a whole project.
Look at this. Look at
That's
this.
awesome. You mentioned that some of the people you work with call you Mr. Benét.
The youngins.
But you are reaching out to the youngins.
Not you on TikTok.
On TikTok here.
What a phenomenon. And the funny thing about it is, I will be like going through an airport or something, going to my next gate, and somebody will come up to me who I know they probably don't know one damn Eric Benét song, couldn't name it if their life depended on it, but they'll be like, I just love your TikToks. So I think it's incredible to be able to have a new audience, or have more people find out about my crazy antics.
That's it. And you know what? The crazy antics bring the whole person into focus.
It's a beautiful thing, and what a beautiful.
Yeah, thank you for that. That's lovely.
It's true.
That's lovely.
It's true. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
For sharing all the things, including a little bossa nova.
Hey.
5, 6, 7, 8.
You gotta go to
Did they
social
get enough
media.
of that on
we
camera?
got. You know what it is?
good.
It's, you know, social media these days. We're gonna put it out on the Instagram page. That's where we do
Put it on the Instagram
The behind
machine.
the scenes, BTS, as the kids like to say.
Eric's new album, The Co-Star, is available now on all streaming platforms. Run, don't walk.